Hey, hi everybody. This is the start of what I hope will be my Dublin, Ireland to Durban, South Africa tour. And today I'm starting in Dublin, and the first stop is Liverpool. I'm going to do this in relatively short hops. Could take me a month, weeks, I don't know. I just gassed up, and our plane today is the Dare 950 TBM. It's a fast plane. I like it because it's also forgiving when you get to landing. I've kind of done my best landings in this plane. The distance on this flight, don't know exactly, it's about 155 miles, I think. Short enough to, and I don't know how to get around it. This is all stuff I won't be looking at. Let's go back to the cockpit. There. I didn't get rid of all that head-up stuff in the external display. I had to do that before. Okay, so our flight plan is set. It's all laid out here, and I'm going to talk to the tower and see if I can get out of here. Dublin ground. Request taxi.
Dublin ground, Dare Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha with Yankee request taxi for takeoff departing straight out.
Dare Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha taxi to and hold short of runway 34. Contact tower on 118.6 when ready.
That's not the runway I want. Really don't want to fly out this way. I don't want to go to runway 34. It is not the direction I meant to go. I want to go not 340 degrees, I wanted to go 280 degrees, or to the southwest. I don't know this airport. I'm going to have to go where they told me, at least initially. So, I did set some assistance, a taxi ribbon. See if I can find it. Whoa! Nope, I don't. Alright. I thought I had turned on taxi assistant. I have to find the damn runway. Beautiful sky here. Now this is... Okay, I'm going too fast. Where am I going? Okay, this is terrible. I'll tell you, if I see a runway ramp for 28L, which is what I wanted, well, I don't see them. There are runways. I'm just going to head out this way and see what happens. There's a runway somewhere. I didn't think this would be that hard. We're in a Dare TBM like the one we just passed. Nice plane. And this is the problem with big airports. It's easy to get lost. And I don't even know where the taxiways are. I'm supposed to... Well, let's see what that sign says over there. Well, I don't know what that means either. And I'm going to go find a runway that's heading for 280, and that's the one I'm going to take. I can find it. Where are we? 34. Well, didn't want to take off on 34. That's where we are. And is that an entrance? This is really screwed. Well, I'll just take off on 34 and we'll get on our course somewhere. I think. Am I on a runway? I'm afraid I'm on a runway now. Not good. Oh boy. I hope nobody's landing here. I made a complete mess of this. I went onto a runway when I shouldn't have. I better get off.
Dublin ground, Ryanair 447 request taxi.
Get out of here before something bad
Ryanair
happens.
447 taxi to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Echo 4 Bravo Mike 2.
You can hear those taxiways, they're all alphanumeric. And boy, if you don't know an airport, you
Taxiing to General Aviation
can really mess up.
taxiway Echo 4 Bravo Mike 2 Ryanair 447.
Alright, let's try going this way. I don't know where we're going. At least I'm not on the runway. I think this is the kind of where I want to be anyway. Where are we? Alright. We are at 34. Well, I'm going to do this anyway because it's actually kind of the direction I want to go. So, let's talk to the tower. To Dublin Tower. Request. Here's
Dublin Tower Dayer Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha ready at runway 34 departing straight out.
yeah. Well,
Delta Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Whoa!
29.907 wind 312 at 22.
Holy cow.
Departing straight out. Approved. Cleared for takeoff runway.
Oh my
4.
goodness. Did you see that? Okay.
Cleared for takeoff runway 34 Dayer Oscar Hotel Alpha.
Ryanair 669.
Alright, well.
Runway when able.
Here we go. I'm glad that big jet wasn't landing. Am I on the runway? Where am I? I think I'm on the runway. Yep. So it's the big 3 there.
Ryanair 669 request.
Alright,
On 121.
let's go.
121.8 for Ryanair 669er.
So, gear up. You know, I never put any flaps in. It's not good. Now we got flaps. And I have to get on course, which is over to the left by that purple, the purple arrow down in the right in the middle here. And I have to intersect that course. So,
Delta Oscar Hotel Alpha. Leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
okay, talk to them. Getting on course anyway, despite all that. Despite the runway I didn't want. And, I just have to make sure that we're, boy, pretty sky today. Make sure my airspeed's good. I'm on the autopilot. We're doing, well, this thing is in percentage of the speed of sound. We're doing Mach point, about 1/3 the speed of sound, which I don't know what the conversion is. Be nice to have that. So, we're going to be out over the Irish Sea pretty soon. Let's just look at our bird from outside. There we are. Well, we're going to be at 5,000 feet pretty soon. You can see our fuel is good. Airspeed 210 indicated airspeed. Let's go back to the cockpit. That's pretty though. It's a nice picture. I like to stay in the cockpit though for realism. Obviously it would be jumping outside of it. So we're heading into a dawn. It's like local time I've set to 7 a.m. or something like that. So we are cruising at 5,000 feet. Gonna throttle back a little bit. And there's the Irish Sea. That didn't take very long. So there's not going to be a whole lot to look at other than these beautiful clouds. And I'm flying visual flight rules, so no directions from air traffic control, but I ought to check in with them. Dublin approach.
Dublin approach Dair Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha is type Dair TBM 96 miles east of Echo India Bravo Alpha 5,000 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Dair Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha Dublin approach. Squawk 5706.
Squawk 5706 Dair Oscar Hotel Alpha.
Dair Oscar Hotel Alpha radar contact 7 miles east of Echo India Bravo Alpha 5,100 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Echo India Bravo Alpha is Dublin. That's the they call it the CAO code for the airport. And each country has a different initial letter on these codes, first letter. In the US it's K. In Ireland it's E, which I assume stands for Aaron. In England I think it's E. So let's take a look at EGGL is Heathrow, I know that. So let's get this chart back. And yeah, so EGGP is the airman's code, the pilot's code for Liverpool. If you're a passenger, it would just be GGP. You wouldn't see the E there. Just like if you fly to Chicago, it's ORD. If you fly from San Francisco to Chicago as a passenger, it's SFO to ORD. But as a pilot, it's KSFO to KORD. They learned something there. Now, that's the approach chart. And 5,000 over the Irish Sea is plenty. There aren't any, obviously, no mountains here, or even islands, high islands. And where are we now? We are at, we're 6.9 miles from Keisha. Where's Keisha? Well, let's go look. We're here, okay. Actually, we haven't gotten to Liffey yet. I don't know why that's there. Anyhow, this is all stream of consciousness, folks, all the way to Durban, South Africa. But I'm just going to do it in short hops because I can't talk that long and nobody would want to listen to me. What's that? 111.75. That's the localizer frequency. The localizer is a radio beacon, if you haven't watched any of these before, that will guide us directly to the runway. It's an instrument landing approach. Right now we're on GPS. That's what the purple is here, the magenta arrow. When we get along in here somewhere, it's going to go green. I've already selected and loaded the approach. We'll descend to 2,500 feet at somewhere, well, about here. It tells you to go down to 2,500. So we get out here to this waypoint, D8.3 or WAL, whatever they call it. I should be at 2,500 feet. So I think I'll start the descent out here at Malud. I don't know what that means, but it probably has some local meaning. These waypoints usually do have some local significance. I couldn't tell you what it is here. So the Irish Sea is between England and Ireland, obviously. Let's get this out of the way so we can enjoy the clouds. I like clouds, especially when you're flying over water. There's nothing else to look at. And so look around at the clouds. I'll stop talking. And I'll talk to you again when we get closer to Liverpool. So we're coming up on waypoint GINIS. I would say that Guinness would be, I think the pronunciation would be Guinness. I guess that means it's a very stout waypoint. What are airspaces? Are they, rooms or something? The airspace closest to an airport is, I've learned, is the Charlie airspace. So every time you enter an airspace or about to, you have to ask for permission, and you have to acknowledge when they tell you you're leaving their airspace.
Roger Dare, Oscar Hotel Alpha.
So we just left somebody's airspace, now we're at somebody else's. And I could tell you who it is, I have no idea. They do a nice job with clouds. The folks who developed this software, this Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, they're French company, ASOBO, A-S-O-B-O. And I really like the clouds. They look like they're pretty close to looking like the real thing. I've flown enough to appreciate the realism. And this is reportedly the real weather over the Irish Sea right now, streamed via the internet. but it's not the real time. It's nighttime over there, and I get to change that. Make the sun come up, go down, whatever. Some days I wish I could do that here. I think we're approaching Wales. Caernarfon. I think there's a big castle over there where the Prince of Wales is recognized. That's where Charles went for a big celebration when he became the Prince of Wales. And we can see it on our map here. I believe that's Wales. Never been there. Be nice to go sometime. But we are passing Wales right here, or like that.
Oscar Hotel Alpha, contact Valley approach on 125 decimal.
Dare Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Dublin Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha, Manchester Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Boy, those are cool.
Cleared through Charlie airspace.
Okay.
Dare Oscar Hotel Alpha.
So we are cleared to enter the... My gosh. That's a heck of a wind farm out there. There's endless rows of wind turbines. Okay, well, and I don't know, we're starting a turn towards Liverpool, and we're down to 3,000. Going to reduce the rate of descent so I don't overrun the 2,500, which is where I want to be. Look at the water down there. Yeah, it looks like the real thing, doesn't it? Still want to get down a little bit. Gotta talk to these guys.
Outward and approach Dare Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha 2,600 feet.
Dublin Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha, outward and approach altimeter 29.83. Continue as planned.
There's Liverpool, and frankly, I should be seeing. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Green. So that's the localizer, the green arrow, and I've got to slow down now. So got to really shave off some speed because I want to land at about 80 knots, 80 or 90 knots. And I'm going to arm the approach. So let's see if it kicks in. I just pressed a button on my autopilot panel that says APR. That's approach. And we are not quite on the right course. I don't know what's going on. Here we go. Here we come on. Turn. We are descending. Okay, I believe. Yep. We are on the glide slope. That's what that GS is. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff so I can focus on the runway. And got to get our speed down significantly. So, especially since we're descending. And I've got to get down to where it's in the white, where I can drop flaps and gear. So there it is, folks. Merry England. And we made it. Well, not yet. It's got to land. And I hope we're still a little bit off. So I don't like the way this is going, actually. Alright, I'm going to drop some flaps now. Come on. And I might have to still going down. It's a little fast. Okay, put in some flaps. Bring down the landing gear. Gear down. Now I've got a throttle. And we are not, this plane is, we're not really following anything very well. We're a few degrees off here from the runway, I think. It's runway 9, meaning it's we're on a, we should be at 90 degrees right now or something close to it. But we're not. Okay. I have to come off the autopilot now and it's all me. And I'll put in some more flaps. And bring the nose back down. Well, I'm afraid this could be a messy landing where there we go. I want 2 red lights and 2 white lights. Now I got too many red lights. If they're all red, the saying goes, you're dead. I don't want that. This is getting too exciting, I'm afraid. It didn't bring us in very well. So I have to do my best. Okay, let's brake. So still on the runway. And made it anyway. Gotta clear the runway. Look at the shadows. Okay. Off the runway. I won't mess anything up. Request taxi to
Liverpool ground, Dare Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha Taxi to parking. Dare Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
Well, that's not very. There, look at that. There's the thing.
Taxiing to general aviation.
That's what I.
Taxiway Dare Oscar Hotel.
That's what I couldn't find at Dublin. I have these. These are. You know, this is taxiing for dummies. You can get this. This guidance. If you set your assistance options in Flight Sim, you can ask for a taxi ribbon, which really isn't there. It's just this yellow line. Those are there. Anyway, it's showing me where general aviation parking is. And general aviation is small planes like this. This is the conclusion of the first leg in my Dublin to Durban trip. In other words, going from Dublin, Ireland to essentially the southern tip of Africa. How long is that going to take? I have no idea. I think there's a guy over there waiting for me. I don't think they want me to go into this. Seriously? I don't think that wall, I don't think that barrier's there either. But I'll follow the blue arrows. This is kind of takes away the realism. Anyway, but there's somebody there who's going to guide me to my parking place. And I'm going to stop for lunch. There he is. So these things, these blocks, they're not really here. But then neither are we. Okay. Okay. Come forward a little bit. little bit. That's it. Stop. Put on the brake. Okay, to the brake. And cut the throttle 0. Stop the old engine. And we are parked. Made it. I don't know why the localizer didn't light up with the runway. So we got one of these blue things right under the plane. It's not there. This green box is not there. But it said we aren't there either. So, anyway, I hope you enjoy this video if you ever happen on it. Get back in the cockpit. And I'll end this by saying, as I always do with the ground controllers, air traffic control says to pilots when they finish a transmission, which is good day.